Right, well this is part 2 then. We obviously reached the cut-off point. However, this next video will be a lot shorter than the other one. So, if you managed all of part 1, thank you. You obviously didn't get too bored. Were you impressed with my decor? Guitars over here. Baran drum over there. Canvas of myself and Brian May over there. Jiu-Jitsu dummy in the corner. Rack. Stuff. Oh. Stop jacking around and get on with it, you're saying, aren't you? At one point the heavier of the implements on the power stairs are 100 kilograms. Now I know I've lifted them relatively comfortably. However, got 5 weeks. Should I really jump in, you know, diving? Right, what's on there at the moment? 50, 70, 90. There's 90 on there at the moment. The power stairs. There's a steeplechase into a power stairs. It's 80 kilogram sandbag followed by 80 kilogram powers. Then I think it's another 80. Then it's 100 on the things. Or it's 60 bag, then 80 power stairs. Run back, 80 key bag, 100 power stairs. So I've got 90 on there, and I'm going to stick with that. And I'll have a look. I think it might be another 3 for 3, because there's 3 steps. So I figure there's not much point overflowing it. But depending on how this weight feels, if this weight feels good, I might well make it a 4 rep thing. So at the end of the day, you do have to listen to your body. Your body will tell you. It will either say, all right, back off. Or it will say, get on it. Or it will say, I hate you. You've just killed me. Either one of them. Either one of them will be fine. Right. Well. Take a minute. Compose. Remember, this is not a break between sets. This is a break between exercises. Or events. On comp day, you are not going to have as quick a break as you think you're going to have between events. Going from my experience anyway. Yeah, just tripped over it. Right, so that's going down there. I'm going to check these again. No, I'm not going to check them. I'm going to go with 3 reps because I know there's 3 steps. And then work out what I want to do in terms of sets of the 3 rep wise when I get there. I feel like 4, ow, just stubbed me toe. I feel like 4 would be quite comfortable, and because I've got time, I don't have work to worry about, I may well chuck it in there. So we'll say a definite 3, and then we'll work out from there if there's more in the tank or not. Right.
Where's Mum?
Mum, I'm not sure, mate. You alright? How you feeling this morning? Yeah? Yeah. Good. Considering I've been here for well over an hour now, well, over an hour now, only 1 interruption from the kids, that's pretty good. But I think he's just woken up, that's why. So I'm going to stop risking my chances and get on. very careful where I sit. There we go, we'll get back a bit. That could have been painful. That felt good. That felt really good. And now it's a matter of if I chuck on more weight. Or stick with the weight and stick with 3 more sets. I'm going to do that. Not worry about being big long rests, but not really quick. 1 minute and 30, 2-minute rest. But yeah, no, that felt really good. Yeah. Happy days. Not sure how big that is. I think that's about a foot and a half maybe. 3, 6, 6, 4. About 10 inches. I can't tell. I think it's bigger than 10 inches. Right, let's crack on. Stop fucking around. Yeah, that first one was a little bit further away than I'd have liked. Good. Yeah. Obviously not having a proper stairs to test it on is a little bit painish, but it's what it is. There is a training day they're doing where people can come in, test the weights and what have you. It's just the distance from where I live. Finding the time off of that day job to do anything. Fine. Right, let's go again. Bugger you. Right. Sugar droplets. Yeah, I'm going to get some glue on this. Help it stay in. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Right. H2O break. Fourth set. Actually, try this one raw. I'll explain why in a minute. on that last set because the power stairs do come after a sandbag run. Now, sandbags with a belt, they can work, you can do, but can also be quite restrictive. I don't practice sandbags with a belt personally. It's one more technique to try and learn, isn't it? So I may well have to forget the belt for them. Yeah, I think so. Well, this next one is the sandbag. So there's a. Last time I lifted, there was about 105-ish in there. It's a 125 kilogram bag, but I'm not going to pretend I'm lifting 125 if I'm not. Yeah, I put like a scoop of sand in there after I'd done the 105, so I'm going to keep calling it 105. Get on the scales eventually with it, I just don't know. I have to bring the scales in, lift it up, stand on the scales, then break the scales and then be in trouble. So. Right, so this last event, exercise, whatever, is definitely the biggest tester at the moment. I've got a lighter bag, but I don't have any more sand to put in the lighter bag, so I put all the sand I had in the lighter bag into the bigger bag. Not all of it, nearly all of it, but not quite. Because I did have it filled up to, I think, capacity. Maybe it was 120. I think it was actually 120. So 5 kilograms under. But I couldn't lift it. I went from, chucking around a 75 kilo bag to bang onto 120. Couldn't quite do it. But there was an offer going on the 125 kilogram bag. A ridiculously offer. It's cheaper than the 100 bag, so I thought, well, knackers to it. I'll get the 125 and have no choice but to get stronger so I can lift it. Said that, I'm now going to fail miserably. Only one way to find out. Move everything. Blocking the way. I'm going to move this up again in a minute because moving this thing around is. I'll probably knock the thing over. Oh. Right. So what have we learnt? 100 kilograms. 100 kilograms. A minute is an hour is probably the cap-off point for these videos. You will be glad to know. Don't think I've got a way I can easily. I'm just going to have to get it out. The only way you'll see the bag is if I can lift it up. No pressure. No pressure. I'm feeling alright. broken guitar string there. Unrelated. Well, it is. I just mentioned the guitar string. I restrung one of my guitars recently. There's the rest of it. What was it? Oh yeah, the old top E string. I feel it's dirty. The rust. They are without a doubt the worst things to do. I think in future I might just, once I've cut the main one, rather than try and coil it up, just cut it all into segments with the cutters. That's probably the better bet, isn't it? I'm drifting off course though, it's got nothing to do with why we're here. Where possible, where probable. Personally, I think it's a good idea to chalk your hands before doing sandbags. Palms are probably going to be a bit sweaty if you're doing this at the end of a thing. Even if they're not, they're certainly going to get it. I'll actually go a little bit slightly excessive with my chalk for sandbags. Why do I go slightly excessive? Grip. Grip, sweat. I want to limit anything that could restrict the grip of the thing. Right. First thing I like to do, I like to try and get it in as compact a position as I can, space-wise, before I go for the big breath and boom. So, what do you reckon? Woo! Yes. Oh. Woo! Done that marching on the spot bit because I'll walk this thing on the day of the event. Oh no, I feel good about that. Yeah. This hand, I'm not going to lie, this wrist felt a little bit unsure at one point, but no, I'll take that. Right. Well, if you managed part one, fair play. If you manage this one as well, you must be really keen. Hop over to the website, www.paulhardeylifts.co.uk. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. if you're on the hunt for a strength coach, give me a consideration. What else do I say? That's it. I'm not a big one for sales, so that's it. That's the part that probably lets me down. I'd say the most is the business side of it. The dream. I'll tell you in the next video. Life stress. Yeah, no, I'll do something on life stresses because they're important to know about. It's a sandbag and it's a chair. So, that's what I say to the wife. It's not a waste of money. Multiple uses. Get her strong enough, she can pick it up and throw it in there. Oh, yeah. Well, like I say, that wrist did feel a little bit quickly. Nothing snapped, it just sort of twisted. Right, well there we go. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed this. I have actually, it's been a good laugh. It's like having a training partner, which I never have. So, yeah. Rightio. As always, keep strong, keep happy, keep healthy. And I'll talk to you all again on the next video, which will either be life stresses or I touched on the dream before. I'll probably combine them, because the life stresses can be coinciding, restricting, can whatever be in with the actual dream. So, moving on. Oh, switch all later. Ta-da. Where's the off button?